y'all, I just got back upstairs. So I was checking out my YouTube video and I don't hear any audio. I don't even know why that would be the case. Hi, I'm Zoe. I did a video. Where's my orange juice? I did a video yesterday. My thing's not even on mute, so that's weird. Like the entire video, I had my microphone open and I was getting a bunch of random calls. Just like yesterday when I was trying to go live, I kept getting calls, which was bugging the heck out of me. And that video I put like my heart and soul into, and I don't understand. I'm watching it back. It's almost an hour video and I don't hear any audio. Like, I don't hear any audio at all. So I don't know if somebody like because somebody called me twice, that should not affect my audio. And it kind of feels like it did, but I don't know why. So that's weird to me. I don't even know why that'd be the case. So like I have my volume up. So I'm not gonna delete it because by any chance it comes back. Oh, that's so annoying. That makes like no sense. So I'm gonna basically do the video again because my throat is hurting so bad. Like, that is just strange. I don't even understand why that would even happen. I don't even understand. One second. Why is there all this stuff going on? I'm just going to try to check out the audio. And this is the fear that I had yesterday with the other video. But it looks like they try to play with my crap today instead of yesterday. Let me see. So why is the audio working now, but it didn't work before? What the heck? So I'm kind of lost for words because it's like I talked for over an hour. And just because somebody called me twice and I declined the call, I answered the call, I came back on here. There's no reason why there should be no audio, like for majority of the video. And I don't like putting my phone on do not disturb. I mean, do I have to put my phone on do not disturb just to make a video? Like, are you serious right now? What the fuck? Man, the devil must be mad because that message was so on point. And I cannot say shoulda, coulda, woulda. I swear I feel like something's in retrograde because the amount of stuff I've had to like do over is like so annoying. Like that just makes no sense. And this is what I be talking about. Like that made no sense. I never had the mute button on. I was talking for over an hour. I mean, my God. I don't understand. I mean, every time I go on here, I have to have a backup device just to check if the audio is going. Like, that's weird to me. I shouldn't even have to do that. That's weird to me. I mean, so I'm going to change the title of this. But that just really pissed me off. And that was a setup, because just like yesterday when I came on live, I was getting these random numbers calling me, and I'm like, bro, why does this keep happening? Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm already not feeling 100% my health right now. I'm like really tired. I want to relax, you know. So maybe I have to come back on here and, you know, a different day and do the message, because my throat is not the best right now and I'm really like tired. I'm just speechless. Like, at no point did I ever put the thing on mute. Like, I had, like, just like how my screen is now, I never put the video on mute, not once. So I don't know why it would do that. I don't even understand why that would happen. Like, yeah, sometimes when people call you, they can stop your stream, they can cut off your stream. Yes, it happens, but like if someone calls me, I can't control that. You see what I'm saying? And there's been times where I put my phone in do not disturb and I still get calls. And it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, who's gonna call me at 9 o'clock in the morning? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not expecting that. You see what I'm saying? So in the rare case someone has an emergency and calls me, you know, in the rare case somebody has an emergency and calls me, well, that's a shame on YouTube, because I can't repeat what I said. Not really, not in that way. You see what I'm saying? And a part of putting myself first is putting my health first. And, you know, my throat's a bit ticklish. I've been tired. So, you know, I am practicing what I'm preaching right now. I am practicing what I'm preaching. I made a whole hour video that YouTube, for some reason, did not do my audio. I'm like, I've never had it happen before. Never had it happen before. I can't even be upset because I gave that video my all and I need to rest. Like, I need to rest, and I'm not gonna have that ruin my day. So I just have to suck it up and you know, it's like I was so in the zone that I did not have my laptop right on my bed, you know, checking every part of the audio. That was the fear that I had yesterday with the sound. I was thinking yesterday when I did the video on America, but they were going to pull that stunt. But they pulled the stunt on a video that can actually help somebody. And I'm too tired, like my voice is too tired. I'm too tired to even repeat. I can't repeat an hour-long video. I just can't do it, you know? I just can't even do it. Not right now, at least. So I'm just gonna change up a couple things over here. Maybe I gotta do this video at a different time. I have no idea. But that video was incredible. And even as my throat is itching, I did the whole video and I go back and watch it and there's like no audio. I can't even, like, I have no idea what to say, guys. And it's not like the mute button. Like when your thing is on mute, you could see it. You know, you gotta press it on, press it off. I never touched it. Even when I had to answer the call twice, I never touched it. I never touched it. So I guess YouTube got confused with the person calling me, different people calling me, and shut off the audio, which I don't even know how that's even possible, but that's exactly what happened. That's the only thing I can come up with besides whatever else they're doing. So yeah, I mean, I tried to, you know, my throat really, I need a break. So I really try to come on here and like relay the message and the downloads I got, but I guess YouTube didn't want me to today. So I gotta pick a different time, a different day to basically recount everything I just said for over an hour from 9 o'clock to 10, now 11, and come back on here and talk with you guys. So because I was a little shocked, I just wanted to update you guys because I don't know if it's going to change. I don't know if they're going to re-render the video. I don't know, but I didn't hear anything. And I was like, uh-oh, no, I'm not playing these games today. Like, I worked for over an hour, you know, trying to get the message out here. And no audio. Okay, that's weird. I have a brand new iPhone. You know what I'm saying? This is what I be talking about with YouTube. Like, man, this is exactly what I be talking about. So anyway, the gist of the video, you guys, was about, since yesterday, different epiphanies I've been having. Let me just check the audio again because I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what YouTube's on today. I don't know what's, okay, now it's working, okay. So basically, what I was basically trying to tell you guys and talk about was different epiphanies I've been getting since yesterday, you know, about different topics and things like that. Okay, now this is making too much noise. Let me move this over. 1 second, guys. Let me open this fortune cookie up. Yeah. So, I thought I brought my orange juice up here and I don't see it. Which is weird. So let me just fix the title. I'm gonna fix the title real quick. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the title, because, yeah. Hold on. Let me see. So guess what? I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'm not going to have YouTube have me upset on camera. I'm just not going to do it. I labored love for over an hour, 11:11 on the dot, making an hour video, and foolishly, sadly, out of left field, I got multiple calls just like yesterday. But the difference between yesterday and today is yesterday, the audio was still up. Now, people keep bombarding my phone when I'm going live, and YouTube just decides to, I don't even know how it's possible, not pick up the audio when I came back on live and switch the screen. Those who have an iPhone know what I'm talking about. You know, there's the notification, then it comes up on your screen. And I guess when I came back on, YouTube, I don't even know how to explain it, just knocked out the entire audio of the entire hour video. And so I'm going to practice what I preach. I've worked for over an hour. I tried to put the message out here. I got the message, but I wanted to share it. And I guess YouTube didn't want me to share it for some strange reason. And so I guess that maybe this message is not ripe and ready for right now. I'm going to take it as a sign that maybe this message that I thought I had to share with you all maybe is not for right this second. Because if it was, it would have, that video would have been perfectly fine. And somehow in a weird way, I mean, I don't even trust YouTube enough to upload this video to end this stream and see if the audio is even here with this video. I don't know if there's a glitch. There could be a glitch. I don't know. But I'm going to take my own message, and I'm not going to belabor the point. So, yeah, I was talking for over an hour, and the message to me was on point. And I was getting weird vibes. I wasn't sure why, but guys, it's pretty exhausting to have my laptop in the same space as my pillow when I'm trying to relax. And all I wanted to do was just talk to you all. But guess what? This is a part of the message, actually, is honoring yourself, putting yourself first. That was what the whole video was about, was about putting yourself first and not putting yourself last to please other things in the world, you know? And that's what it was about. But I was talking about how I came across it. Basically, there was a tweet that I came across that was linked to something else I was already thinking about. And then just this morning, it was saying to me, you know, have you ever stopped to consider your own happiness? That was like the blossoming flower epiphany that I got this morning. And it kind of, this has been happening since yesterday. I've been getting all these different downloads, and I wanted to come on here and share it with you all, you know? And then yesterday, it was about something else that, you know, I came across. And then it was like, once again, I had another epiphany that said, okay, if the shoe was on the other foot, You know, would you accept that? Would you tolerate that? Would you think that's okay? And the immediate answer was no, it's not okay, you know? And so since yesterday, I've been having these series of like epiphanies, you know, and I was telling you guys in the other video, now I don't know what they're going to do with it or how they're going to fix that. I don't think it's going to be fixed, guys, sadly. But what I was trying to convey, what I did say in the other video, now copying and pasting in this video, is that a lot of times, you know, when you want to get clarity, when you want, especially towards the end of the year, going into a new year, when you want to get clarity on something, it's really important to sometimes take a step back and ask yourself these tough and important questions. And I was going into how I did that and how I was doing that, you know? So maybe a different time, I'll, you know, when I feel like I have, you know, my voice is not so raspy and I'm not so tired, because I woke up pretty early and I made that video for you guys, and I'm not going to blame anything else or who called me, even though I could. I'm not going to. I'm going to practice what I preach, right? I'm going to practice what I preach, which is I'm putting myself first. I'm not going to sit here and get myself more sick trying to recreate an hour video that YouTube has messed up for you guys and messed up for me. They do this all the time. You know, they're adding all these new things that don't work. And I've, you know, it's been a whirlwind, guys. I've, you know, of recent, I've been telling you guys about all these different issues that they're causing, you know. But I know that I got these downloads for a reason. I know I'm getting these epiphanies for a reason. And even if I'm not even feeling 100% in health the way I want to feel, I'm still doing the best I can, you know, and I stand by that. I'm still always, I mean, I'm basically still telling you guys what I said in the first video, even though I'm not even feeling well, you know what I'm saying? But there's limits, there's boundaries, right? And I'm not going to be on here for another hour. It's not going to happen because I want to go take a nap. But that's what came to me, guys. What came to me so clear this morning is, you know, have you ever stopped to consider your own happiness? You know, are you always putting, you know, because if everything else disappeared, would you be proud and content and happy and joyous with the decisions you're going to make for next year and what you're going to move forward and do? And I also was explaining how I think that a lot of the reasons why this year was so good for me was because I did not have a resolution. I brought up some other Oprah episode, you know, and talked about that episode, and, you know, it's, you know, that video was on point, okay, but that's the past now. So, what was I gonna say? So, yeah, I was talking about the fact that, 1 second, guys, I'm tired. Let me think what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was explaining in another video how for this year, I never had a resolution. And I think that there could be something to that where I didn't go into this year, 2023, I'm talking about. I didn't go into this year, even though it's almost over, we're in November, Saturday the 4th, 11:19 a.m. I didn't go into this year with a resolution. You know, I did vision boards instead. And so the energy, the intentionality, the frequency was quite different. And I can recall, even with the pandemic and other years, you know, tradition says make a resolution, you know, and stick to it. If you don't stick to it, you know, you've basically failed. And so when I went into this year, with something very simple. Let me check the audio again. I went into this year with something very simple, which was to have more fun, to be happier, basically. And in terms of income and, you know, personal and professional career goals and all that, I did all that. You know, I've proved to myself time and time again, I got it. I know what I'm doing. And so I was bringing that into the video saying, when you check your energy and when you open up a year with a certain kind of intentionality and a certain kind of frequency, you get better results. You know, when you put like less pressure on yourself and you let life just be life sometimes, you'll learn more. And a lot of times you're prouder of yourself. And so what I was alluding to was the fact that if everything else disappeared and it's just you and your thoughts and you and your decisions and you and your choices, are you self-fulfilled? Are you happy with that? You know, that was basically what I was talking about in that hour-long video. Was that's kind of how I got the message today. Was, are you, if that was the case, do you feel like you were holding yourself back? Do you feel like you are feeling guilty for putting yourself first, when if you're not a priority to yourself and you're not putting yourself first, you therefore are like, it's neglect. You're neglecting yourself. So I feel like all these epiphanies and messages and things that I've been from yesterday experiencing, I almost feel like is a great end of the year message. And I think it's really going to help a lot of people because, you know, a lot of people are living for other people, you know, and they're not living a life that they feel is theirs. And, you know, one of the worst feelings, in my opinion, is to live a life when you feel like it's not your own and you're doing things to please other people, or to, for some people, they want to fit in, or they're trying to salvage, you know, fix a relationship or something like that, or whatever. And they're on the back burner. They're always on the back burner. They're never receiving from life, right? They're never receiving from life, but life is taking from them. People are taking from them. Their life force is drained. And, you know, I know this is right on track because my voice is clearer now. As you guys can see, my voice sounds really loud. Actually, I just checked the audio. My voice sounds perfect. So I don't know what's changed. And I was also saying at the end of the other video that, you know, I don't need people to send me, you know, light and love and good energy, but I appreciate it. You know, I definitely appreciate when you guys, you know, lift me up in love and in joy, because, you know, I do the same for other people, you know, but I particularly like and that I care about and that I respect. So it is appreciated, guys. It is, you know, sending me good energy is definitely appreciated. Trust me, it does not go unnoticed. And when I do get it, I feel it, you know, and I really do appreciate it with all my heart, seriously. So that's what I was talking about, you know, is especially when there's 2 months, you know, 2 months left of the year. Are you happy with the year? You know, I saw a lot of people saying how they didn't like the year. They had a horrible year. And I was explaining why I had the opposite, you know, I could be one of the outliers, but I definitely had a great year because I set the tone. So there could be those of you out here where, you know, the new year 2024 is coming up. Maybe that is something that you want to take on board, is think about your energy. Think about what's the intention you set. And at least for me, from very early on in the year, I had vision boards. I did my vision boards at the top of the year. So I think that made a difference, you know, and a lot of things that was on my vision board all my vision boards, a lot of things came true, and it kept me focused, and it kept me manifesting more, and, you know, stretching out my ability and capabilities. And in a healthy way, it challenged me. In a healthy way, I was challenged the entire year, genuinely. And I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that, guys. And so I hope that this video gets in the right hands of people that want to better their life, that want a high quality of life, because a high quality of life is only achieved through direct decisions and choices. Having a high quality, beautiful, happy life is directly tied to our thoughts, our health, and our choices. So these are really important things that if people want to have a better year, a better month, they have to understand. Not to make excuses, not to put the blame on somebody else, you know, not to get preoccupied, but to be really focused. And genuinely, from start to finish, I have been so focused. I have been true to myself. I also talked about gaslighting in the other video. I talked about gaslighting, and I was talking about how that term gaslighting has been going around for a while, but I don't think that I was able to research, you know, and up to recently I researched it, and it's very easy to spot. You know, when you're being gaslit, it's very easy to spot. And so if I feel like a new person I meet or whatever, you know, platonic, whatever, it could be anything, is exhibiting gaslighting to me, I don't even have a conversation with a person like that, because they're operating from a very evil space, a very manipulative, deceptive space. So there's a lot of topics I covered, guys. You know, that's why I stress the importance of the previous video, because everything I'm saying is basically the same exact thing, but in more detail, because it was an hour and we're going on 33 minutes right now. But nevertheless, that's basically the epiphanies that I got from yesterday and today. And it was, you know, hold on a minute, you know, if you know, you're being asked to forget this and forgive this and you know, put up with this, but if the shoe was on the other foot, you know, would you accept that? Would you be okay with that? And the immediate answer was no. You know, the answer was no. And then today, it was a different epiphany. It was like, you know, have you ever stopped to put your happiness first? You know, or are you the person that, you know, is putting yourself second to last or middle to last? And, you know, true joy and contentment and happiness is not going to come from that place. True happiness, gratitude, joy, and contentment is only going to come from a place where you are a priority to you. I'm not talking about other people caring about you. I'm talking about you caring about yourself, right? So that was really something that I was meditating on and thinking about. And I definitely felt like it was something that I wanted to share with you all, because I know that a lot of people are struggling. You know, I know a lot of people are confused, you know, deeply confused and frustrated with their life. And as long as I feel led to share, I will share. You know, I have my boundaries, I have my limits. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm okay to talk right now. So I'm not going against my will. It's just, I'm not going to do an hour. I'm going to stop the video soon. So that was basically where I've been at, and what I think is a good end of the year message, and what I think, you know, what I wanted to share with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I closed the other video with saying, you know, if you ask yourself these important questions. You know, if you ask yourself, are you putting yourself first? Are you happy? And you say no, you know, automatically. Well, guess what? You know, you got to make some changes, and you got to take a step back and analyze different departments of your life. And so that's what I've been doing. Even though this year's been fabulous, it's still my responsibility for myself to analyze different departments of my own life and look at things that I want to either increase or, you know, subtract from my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's really important to do that. So I really hope that you all have been able to get something out of that. YouTube is a sneaky one, but you know, I hope the audio is good with this video. It's from my iPhone, and you know, obviously that person, when the different people called me, I think, and I had to answer because it was a relative. So I think when I answered, and then I came back on here, you know, that's what happened. Let me see if I wanted to, 1 second, guys. I'm going to just tweak this a little bit. Well, I'm still on here for now. Let me just see what I want to put on here. So, and I just want to say before I go, I'm really genuinely proud of that. You know, everything I so-called preach, I absolutely practice, and mostly everything I tell you guys about, I do in my own life, and I have been doing in my own life. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just rambling, like I'm speaking from experience. So this year's been great, you know. I'm gonna put end of 2023 message. That's what I'm gonna do. How about that? How about that? I was looking for a title, but I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. And let's see what other tags I want to put on here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, so true to what I told you guys, I can't do an hour. I can't do another hour because it's not honoring myself. And a part of the epiphany that I had is about honoring myself, honoring what I say, standing on what I say, and not feeling guilty for that. And that's what I was also talking about, you know, is not feeling guilty for maybe sometimes your own happiness can make other people sad, or, you know, other, you know, big decisions that people have to make. Sometimes they spin their wheels thinking about how is it going to have this and how is it going to do that. But that's not the point. You know, when you make certain choices, it has to come from the heart. It has to make sense for you. And you trying to include how is it going to do this, that is besides the point. It's you know, it's like a negative thought processy. You know, that's not the point. When you're focused on yourself, when you're focused on your efforts, your ability, you got to keep it that way. You can't divert off the track because you're you know, preoccupied with how it's going to make somebody else feel. You know, that's ridiculous. Because if you think like that, it's going to cause you to be in a downward spiral versus a positive upward spiral. So I think in a good way, that's kind of how I, all the things I talked about, you know, in the other video, compressing it. And luckily I was able to give it to you guys again in this video, and not feel completely exasperated and tired. Luckily, I don't feel that way now. I feel better, but a little earlier, I was not feeling that good. So I'm going to go back to sleep now. It's a Saturday. Praise God. I hope you guys have been able to, get something out of this and just really, think about, what you want next year to look like, heck, not even next year. What do you want next month to look like? Are you the person that's always, putting yourself last, or maybe even putting yourself second? And, I can definitely say that I think the reason why this year was so great for me was because I literally put myself first. And a lot of the goals and a lot of things that I wanted to do, I didn't waver on it. I didn't try to make an excuse for it. I didn't try to wiggle my way out of it. I stuck to it, and I put it in a vision board. I wrote it down. I wrote a lot this year. I wrote it down, and I followed what I wrote down, and I think that's the reason why a lot of things that I wanted to happen, I think, happened because I did not waver. I didn't care. I mean, I'm not making it, I don't want to make it sound like everything around me was agreeing, because it wasn't. There was definitely, haters and doubters and people in my ear telling me that's not going to happen, and no. And, but I didn't choose to listen to that. I didn't choose to entertain that. I stayed focused. And I stayed true to myself and what I want from myself. And I want those of you struggling with that to really understand that. I want those of you that are struggling to understand that to really get that, because like I said, if everything else disappears, how would you live differently? Those same people that you're clinging on to, that have such an influence in your life, if they drop dead tomorrow, would you say, wow, I wasted so much time? Would you say, oh my God, I was spinning my wheels in the wrong direction to make somebody else happy? Would you say that? Would you say that? Or would you say, okay, I made the right decision. And now that that's taken care of, I can live my life. I can continue living the same life I was living before and be happy, The choice is yours, you guys. The choice is yours. So, if you're one of the people out here that had a bad year, you said you didn't like the year, well, check how you started the year. Really check, you all, how the year started and what was the thought process, what was the mentality, right? The mentality is a big thing that you had going into the year. Did you go into the year being too strict on yourself, being too hard on yourself? Did you go into the year putting a lot of pressure on yourself? Or did you go into this year, 2023, did you go into the year saying, I'm going to do my best. Here's my vision board. Here's what I want to see happen. And I'm going to do the best I can. And what's for me is going to open. And what's not for me is not going to open. That's how I thought, And there's been other years that I can pinpoint that I did not have that mentality. There's been other years where I can say unequivocally, I never thought like that. I was, in my opinion, too harsh, too serious. And because I was too harsh and too serious, it didn't pan out. And then the one year that I walk into where I say, I'm going to have more fun. I'm going to make it a key point to have more fun and to enjoy my money more, buy more things that make me happy, or invest in things like my health and things like that make me happy, and indulge in it and not be shying away from it, not acting like coy about it, like really embracing that, okay, I've worked for this, I've earned this, and I deserve to enjoy the fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came into the year. That's how I came into the year. I didn't come into the year like other people saying, I gotta get this done, I gotta do this. Here we go, game time, blah, 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 blah. Winner's face, winner's circle, blah, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't come into the year like that, you know? I did not come into 2023 like that. I came into this year with love. I came into the year with genuine love, a love vibration. And I was in a vibration of, it's gonna work out. It's gonna go my way. And whatever is not for me is not gonna come near me. I'm not gonna not have boundaries. I'm not gonna let certain strangers and new people in my life play games. You know, it's like if I spot red flags, I'm gonna honor those red flags. I'm gonna move accordingly. That's what I did this year. I didn't make excuses for anybody, you know, none of that. Like, it was just, this is this, and that's what it is, and that's how it's gonna be, and I'm not gonna try to make excuses for anything. Like, it is what it is. And it worked out for me. So I'm almost confident that it will work for you. If you have that mentality, it will work for you. But if you don't have that mentality and you're letting anything fly, you know, and you don't have your own boundaries, oh yeah, you're going to have a shitty year. You are going to have a shitty year next year. You definitely are. But if you get what I'm saying on a soul heart level and you apply what I'm saying, you will see the shift. And especially in relationships, you're going to see the shift. Okay. So that's all I got to say. Got to take care of myself. Got to honor myself and go back to bed. Okay. What I wanted to talk about, I got to talk about. So thank God that I got the strength to repeat myself, basically, which is a pet peeve of mine. Can you believe that? Repeating myself is actually a pet peeve. So the fact that I can suppress my pissed offness and get back on here and still just tell you guys a message. It's all about intentionality, guys. So I did my best, and my best is good enough. I love you guys. Bye. Okay, Happy New Year from now. I know it's November. I know it's only November, but I'm in a Happy New Year spirit. And I think that we gotta fixate on the future now. We gotta finish the year strong and positive. Positive is the main word I want to use. And, you know, really get ready for a whole new adventure, which is going to be 2024, which I'm looking very much forward to it. I know the world looks bleak and dark, but I am looking forward to next year because I know that beautiful, beautiful experiences are going to come out of that year, and a lot of lessons, a lot of beautiful lessons and love, you know, and good energy, really good energy. And I think that it can happen, you know, regardless of what's happening in the world, it can happen on a personal level. It can happen for me and it can happen for you, but you have to believe it. You have to believe that can happen. Okay. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those who were in my other stream and came into this stream. It takes guts. That's why I was still talking, because I had people in other videos. So I didn't think anything was wrong, but God willing, the audio will be up for this video. God willing. Love you guys. Bye.